Hey guys, what's up? Minus here. Today I'm doing the 2-year review of my Lexus is350 F-sport3. This will be the final review as I am trading the car in today for a new Lexus NX 300 F-sport3. So you'll be getting a review of that soon. Yeah, so absolutely love the car. Pretty much only a couple notes that I would mention. Firstly, a few months ago, super humid summer, by the way, here in Ottawa, I was randomly getting this atrocious noise coming off the front left end of my car, like metal on metal. Sounded like, I don't know, Freddy Krueger and Wolverine having sex on a fucking chalkboard, okay? It was terrible. It was 4:30 on a Friday. Luckily, I called my local Lexus dealer, and they were able to get me in right away, even though they closed in like 20 minutes, which was awesome. They ended up saying there was rust buildup between the rotor and like the back plate, the rotor back plate, which to me is a design flaw, because like I've never had that with any car. Like been in Ottawa for fucking almost 20 years, and I mean driving every day. And let's think, like, this car gets driven every day, like twice a day, 3 times a day. It's not like it just sits somewhere. If it was a car that just sat, I could understand, yeah, you get some rust buildup. But no, I'm like using it all the time. And it was on a Friday, so literally the whole week of driving, Friday going home, it was, guys, I can't stress how insanely loud. This isn't like your normal, like, oh, I'm braking and it's like squealing a little bit. This was when you're not braking, the car's rolling, and it was so loud, guys. Like, I was actually really concerned. Anyway, they said it was just some rust buildup between the rotor and the back plate. So they ended up they charged me like a brake cleaning charge to fix it, whatever. It was Friday afternoon. I said, fuck it, do it. Like, get me out of here. Looking back on it, I probably could have argued that like, this is a lease. So like, that's not wear and tear to me. That's like, and I've never had that happen. So to me, that's like a design flaw, like almost like a manufacturer issue, at which point I don't think I should have had to pay that. Mind you, it was $90. So owning this vehicle for 2 years, that's basically the only fee that I paid that wasn't like a normal service, like, you know, oil change, like that kind of thing. So the only thing that went wrong for this vehicle for me in the 2 years was that. And again, maybe it's just because we had a super humid summer, but again, never had that happen with any other vehicle. And it was only the front left, which was a little weird as well. Can't really explain that. Anyway, that's all water under the bridge. I guess the other thing, which isn't even really a bad thing per se that I didn't like about the vehicle, is the exhaust sound. I thought it was really pathetic. I'm sure if you guys out there, if you're looking to buy one, you've probably looked it up, or if you're enthusiast like me and like to drive spiritedly, yeah, the stock exhaust has no note to it, to the point it almost actually sounds bad, like almost like tin canny kind of thing, which, like, the car sounds amazing in the cabin. Like when you unleash those 300 horses, it sounds glorious inside this cabin. But you put the windows down in the summer, you know, or you're driving by somebody and you don't hear anything. And I don't know, like, even the engine itself from outside is not that loud. So I don't know, I didn't like it. I ended up buying a Tannaby Medallion touring exhaust, which I absolutely love. It's pretty subtle. You get a little drone if you're like really low RPMs and you're just trying to accelerate. Like, I don't know if you guys can hear it, maybe. If you just try to accelerate when you're like below 2,000 RPMs, you get quite a drone. But oh my God, does it sound good at like high RPMs, guys. That being said, I am selling this exhaust. I'm putting the old one back on when I'm trading my car in. If anybody's looking for an exhaust, again, it's a Tannaby Medallion Touring, and it's for the all-wheel drive models. I think it fits 2014 up, and it fits the is350, 300, and 350 all-wheel drive models. So if anybody's looking for it, I prefer local in Ottawa, but I'd probably ship Canada wide if you guys cover shipping. Anyway, what else, guys? I mean, the car was phenomenal. It handled beautifully in the winter. We get a good 6 months of winter here, guys. Maybe only about 4 months with snow, but fucking loved it. Absolutely loved it in the snow. Again, I would highly recommend running winter tires. Like, yes, it's all-wheel drive. Yes, you have all seasons. Really, they're 3-season tires, but I mean, that doesn't help your braking, guys. All-wheel drive does not help your braking. So if you hit ice, or even just, you know, you're in thick snow, you need winter tires. So anyway, maybe it might not be the case for everybody there that might be watching this video around the country or around North America or wherever you're watching the video from. But like, you know, maybe if your winter is just like cool and rainy, you know, like if you're in British Columbia, yeah, you probably don't need winter tires. But if you get snow, any amount of snow, I definitely recommend the winter tires. I did actually go down a size. My winters were 17-inch instead of 18-inch. Saved some money. Plus, you actually went for a narrower tire, which is better for a snow tire. So you get more pounds, you get more weight essentially per inch. So you get more grip, more dig in. But yeah, guys, the fucking car, phenomenal. If you watch my other video, you know about all my little pet peeves about like the fucking where the heated buttons are and shit like that. I'll put a link to my other video in case you guys didn't see it. Catch you up on that stuff. Fucking just hitting a roundabout here, and oh my god, doing this roundabout and like throw this into Sport Plus manual, fucking first gear, just shredding it with the fucking exhaust sound, guys. Oh my god, I love it. But going back to the exhaust really quick, it's very interesting because I felt like other vehicles in the same class of like that sporty sedan, they have an option, like it's an option in the settings of your exhaust. So they actually have butterfly valves in the exhaust. So, you know, you're just cruising, you're touring, whatever. It's quiet, like no noise whatsoever. But you want to, you know, have some fun, do some spirited driving. Boom, push a button. You go into like, let's say a dynamic exhaust tone, and it just opens up these butterfly valves in the exhaust, and boom, now you have this fucking killer exhaust note. And yeah, just fucking loved it, guys, loved it. But yeah, so a little disappointed with that for this. Again, I feel like the heated seats could be warmer coming from a Canadian winter. Like, I can leave these on full blast pretty much my entire drive, whereas like my Ford Fusion, like after about 5 minutes, the 3 is like, okay, now I'm nice and hot, let's turn it down to 2 and then turn it down to 1, you know. Maybe that's to protect the fucking leather. I don't fucking know, guys. But yeah, I mean, we got that classic sunshade there in the back. You guys see that? Oh baby, oh baby. Probably the most useless accessory this thing has. Again, guys, the sound system, going back to my last video, sound system was incredible. Handling's amazing, acceleration, braking. One thing, actually, the car is front heavy, or sorry, maybe it's not front heavy, but it does understeer, which I really don't like, especially like all-wheel drive. You know, in the winter, you know, it's easy enough to get it sideways, but if it's wet in like the summer and you're going a little bit too fast, you will understeer, which I hate. Like, I hate understeer with a passion, guys. Like, having driven, I always used to drive front wheel drive cars. That was like the bane of your existence, was understeer. And then going to all-wheel drive, I thought I was rid of that, but this car, I don't know if it's because it's front heavy. They do have staggered tires, so the back tires are thicker, so they have more grip. So maybe that's why it understeers, because it has more grip in the back end, because of the wider tires. That could be why. Just getting an email there through my my car. But yeah, guys, this will be my last video. Oh, my other quick thing I really wanted to say was the cruise control, the adaptive cruise control. I kind of wish you could turn it off. because it's really annoying if you're on the highway. Let's say you're going 120 and you're in the slow lane, because you should be in the fucking slow lane unless you're fucking passing people. Goddamn. So you're in the slow lane and you're coming up on somebody and he's going, let's say 100. You need to move over like 200 meters before you get to this guy, or else the car will start slowing you down, okay? So don't get me wrong, I get the adaptive cruise control, it's awesome, but I wish there was a way to turn it off, because it's like, so my choices are either move into the fast lane, like when I'm still maybe 10, 15 seconds before passing this guy. So there could be people passing me, right? And so now I'm moving over and blocking them while I pass this guy that's 200 meters ahead of me, okay? Or I wait till I get closer, car slows me down to 100 to match speed. So now I'm going 100 behind him, and then I move out into the fast lane going 100 while everybody else is going, let's say 120. And then the car's like, oh, now there's nobody in front of you, I'll slowly start accelerating. Then you're like 100, 101, 102, 105, you know, it slowly brings you back up to 120. So at that point, you know, you're coming up, you move over, and the time it takes to bring you up back up and past the guy is ridiculous. So a lot of times what I'll actually do, again, you can do this, is just, you essentially just hold the gas down while you're closing on the guy, and that way you're kind of overwriting the deceleration of the adaptive cruise control. But I mean, the whole idea of cruise control is the fact that I should be able to like just leave it on. You know, if you're on a road trip, you're cruising, I'm coming up to somebody, just change lanes, change back. I don't need to like plan, okay, shit, I'm, you know, looking down, like, has my car seen that car yet? Because if it has, it's already decelerating me because it notices that I'm going at a much different speed than the car in front of me. You know, so I gotta constantly be like, okay, wait, is there somebody? Well, obviously you're always looking in your mirrors if somebody's coming or not, but you have to be you have to pay a lot more attention, because you're not just moving over, you're not just doing a smooth pass at the same speed. Yeah, anyway, that's a little, I kind of wish you could just turn the cruise on, or the adaptiveness on and off from the cruise control, but you can't. The other thing is, in the winter, and I do get this, and this would be another reason why you should be able to turn it on and off, is in the winter / heavy rain, like snow, that kind of thing, heavy precipitation we'll call it, you can't use your cruise control anymore. So, which some people might look at that as a like a smart feature, you know, like if it's bad enough, essentially how the reason is, if it's bad enough weather that the sensor cannot see far enough ahead, it won't let you use the adaptive cruise control, which makes sense. If the car doesn't know that there's a car in front of you, I get that. But sometimes it's just like misty rain, and it'll say, you know, you'll try and turn the cruise on, and it'll say, oh, like cruise control not available, like please clean sensor or something like that. So yeah, so then you just can't use your cruise control with that weather. And again, maybe people think that if there is weather which is inhibiting your visibility, you know, you shouldn't be using cruise. I can somewhat understand that. But again, if you had that option to turn it off, that sensor, the adaptive cruise control, then at least people would have the choice. Yeah, that's that pretty much sums it up. I will say the hot cold sliders, I can't show you guys right now because I'm driving, but basically on the both sides you have like a hot and cold. It's like an electronic touchpad slider on both sides of your like console to control the temperature. It's super finicky. You know, you want to go up like 1 degree and like, oh, I just put it up 7 degrees. You can just tap the top and bottom. That's more what I got used to doing. Took me a while to figure that out though. Well, a while, probably like the first month or 2 months, but it's kind of a ridiculous, like, you're never getting into your car being like, oh my god, like I need like 18 degree different temperature than what it was set at, like to be able to move it that quickly. So like just the tapping is fine, but even then sometimes I tap and it goes up, you know, one, because it goes in 0.5 or half degree increments. So sometimes I tap and it goes up 1 degree or something at random. I don't know. I think they got rid of that in the 2017s or 2018s, I believe. So I guess most people won't have to worry about that. But yeah, guys, love the car. We'll be doing a review on the NX300 when I pick it up today, or I'll do the review at some point, maybe this weekend. Let me know what you guys think. If there's any other questions, again, this is my last day with the car. If you have any questions though, I might be able to answer them anyway, not being here, or not having the car with me, because I have spent solid few hundred hours in this thing. So yeah, shoot me a message, hit a like if you liked the video, dislike if you didn't like the video, and subscribe, guys. And this is Minus out. We'll see you on the next one.